All right, we are live. Once again, I want to welcome everyone to the Power of Three conference call and webinar. It's a community funding activity that can be a lot of fun, but that can really enhance our finances in a short period of time. And so what I want to do is I want to quickly, if you've dialed in or you have chimed in from the webinar, I just want to take a moment and have you introduce yourself, your name, and the city and state that you're calling in from.
Durham, North Carolina.
All right, welcome to the call and webinar. Who else just joined?
Kel from Texas.
Hey, welcome, Kel from Texas on the line. Thanks for joining in. Who else called?
Kenneth Washington, Baltimore.
Baltimore on the line. Kenneth Washington, thanks for joining us.
Jasmine Menace from Wentzville.
Jasmine Menace from Wentzville, thanks for chiming in.
Sandra from Michigan.
Michigan, Sandra from Michigan, thank you for joining in. Well, listen, we got to get started. I'm sure there'll be other people. You didn't get to introduce yourself. Don't worry. We're going to have more of these calls so that we can equip and inform people with some incredible information. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and get started. And it is truly a pleasure as well as a privilege being online with each and every one of you with an incredible concept that literally can enhance your finances in ways that very few things can. And just to give you a little bit of background about myself, again, my name is Harold Cosby. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia. And, you know, I've been a proponent of network marketing, investment, consulting, traditional businesses, teaching, training, you named it. And I've been very successful at all of the above. Again, I'm not trying to impress you, but just to let you know that, you know, I've had some great experiences and I've been high up on the hill, and I've had some challenging experiences and been low in the valley. But here's the key. What I realized is that every time I've had success in anything, it was a team and group effort. And one of the simplest things that I've ever learned is that together, everyone achieves more. This is the epitome of what you're going to hear about tonight, called the Power of Three. It's a community funding activity. And I'm telling you, it really stirs up some conversations about money, because I know for a fact there are some skeptical people out there. And let me tell you something, I have been one of them, and rightfully so, because there's some bad opportunities out there. There's some people doing things that don't know what they're doing. And maybe some people have had some bad experience. But not only does bad experience create skepticism, bad experience also creates wisdom and success. And so that's kind of how I've always used bad experiences or challenges. And so with these conversations around money, you realize that no matter what we talk about tonight and how much sense it makes or doesn't make, that there are 21% of people that actually lie about their financial situation. Whether they have a lot of money and don't want people to know about it, or whether they're acting as if, we've heard this before, faking it till we make it. And the key is that people are doing that. There are 1 in 3 adults that are not paying their bills on time. You notice right now, there are millions of people scrambling and spending all the money that they have and going into large amount of debts for something called Christmas. A lot of people are doing it. And guess what the cycle is? You know, hurry up and work overtime in the new year, set all the new year resolutions, get your tax returns, and then pay off all the bills that you created for Christmas, have a little bit left over for vacation, and then get ready to do the same thing again next year. Does that sound familiar? A lot of people, that's their mode of operation. My point is this. The conversations are oftentimes around money, and we have a solution here that can change that conversation. But listen, let me tell you what we are not. We're not a business. We're not an MLM. We're not an investment. There's no monies to earn and nothing to sell. Now, when I heard this, I almost thought that the gentleman was wasting my time. But what he said, Harold, let me tell you something. This is a gifting activity. This is a system where we can create a group of like-minded people, and we can gift and pay some of the monies forward so we don't have to pay backwards. You got to think about it. We create debt and we have to pay backwards because we go backwards. So this was really interesting when I saw this. And I tell you, I've seen other gifting programs before. Now, some of you may or may not know the rules around gifting, but you literally can receive up to $14,000 in gifts, according to the IRS per year from one person in gifts now. Now, think about that. You know, think about when we give a wedding gift to somebody, or we give them money, or we give somebody money for college, or for high school, or for Christmas. We already been gifting, but we just haven't had an organized activity such as this that can help snowball into some finances that can help us clear up some things. Let me tell you how the power of three works. There's two things that you want to focus in on. I'll actually tell you three. The first thing is that the first thing that you need to get started is $30. Now think about that. Doesn't sound like a lot of money. You know, what can $30 do? Well, I'm going to show you with a lot of people doing a little bit, how this can snowball it into thousands of dollars. All right. So you have $30. All right. Now, the next task that you have is to identify three people. Now, the key to this is these are not just three people that, you know, want to chill. They want to override something. These are three people who know three people. That's the third thing you want to focus on, is that three people who are willing to identify three people. Now, some of you might say, I don't know three people, I only know two. Some of you might say, hey, I don't know a lot of people. But hey, this is a great opportunity to get to know people or to get out of your comfort zone. All right. And I also say that this isn't for everybody. Okay, we're not looking for everybody. We want to keep this circle very small because we're going to do this activity about 2 to 3 times per year. All right. And so what happens is once you commit and give your $30, you're going to pay your $30 to what we call your mentor. So that is 2 people ahead, or I should say 1 person ahead of the person that told you about the program. So let's say you told me about the program, 3 getting 3. I said, okay, I want to try this. I want to go for this. I pay my $30 not to you, but the person that told you about the program. All right. Now, the next question you might have, okay, well, when am I going to get paid and how do I get paid? Very simple. What we're going to do together, your mentor and yourself, is they're going to help your 3 people get their 3 people. In fact, that's why we're having this type of call, to get this activity rolling. And so when those 3 people get their 3 people in the program, you're going to receive $30 from 9 people apiece. Now think about that. You gifted 1 time and you received 9 gifts of $30. So if we multiplied 9 times $30, that's going to be $270 that you just got gifted, but you only gave $30. 1 gift for $30, but you received 9 for $270. Now, at this point, we don't want you to stop the activity because it's working. What's now required for you is to step up and to sow a bigger gift. and that gift is $100. Okay? So what happens is you now are going to give $100 to the same person that you did before. You gave them 30, now they're going to get 100. They're going to get blessed with 100. Well, excellent. All right? But guess what also is going to happen? When the 3 people that you brought to the table, when they get their 3 people, now they're going to give the 3 people that you introduced, they're going to give their gifts to the person who introduced you. All right? The 3 people that you introduced, when they get their 3 people and their 3 people give $100 a piece, that's going to be now 9 times $100 that you're going to earn, that you're going to receive in gifts from those 9 people. Now, here's the beauty of this. Every single solitary time, those same 9 people, they give you a larger gift. And we repeat this process 5 times. So we're on the second round of this. You started out, you received 30 times 9, which is 270. Round 2, you receive 9 times 100, which is $900. All right? Now, backing up, when you received the 270, all you did, I want to make this clear. You don't have to go into your account. You don't have to go deeper into your personal wallet. You just take $100 out of the 270 that you received, because you received a gift above and beyond the gift that you gave. All right? And so now you're taking that $100 out of that 270 and you're gifting it forward. And then the same people that gifted you the $30 before, the same 9 people, when they get their gift of 270, they're going to gift you 100 out of their 270 a piece. So that's how you get 9 times $100. Now think about that. You started with $30. And just now, this is the 3rd round of this activity, and you've received 270. You've received 900. So that's actually the 2nd round. And then the 3rd round, now you're going to, out of that $900 that you received, you're going to gift $300 to the same person that you gifted the 30 and the $100 to. And guess what? Those 9 people who gifted you $30 a piece and $100 a piece, they're now going to give you $300 a piece. Now think about that. 9 times 300 is $2,700. Now you're getting the idea, right? That's just the 3rd round. Now, out of that 900, you're going to give gift 1,000 to the person that you gifted 30, 100, and $300 to. Same person. You're going to give them another gift. And then you're going to receive 9 gifts times $1,000, which is $9,000. That's round 4. And then the 5th round is when we're going to stop the activity and help the people that are after us. The 5th round of this, you're going to take 3,000 of the 9,000 and gift it to the same person you've been gifting it to. And you are going to receive 9 times $3,000 when those 9 individuals receive their $9,000. So we all got to help each other in this process. Okay? $27,000 total dollars, over $30, and that's just from the 5th round of this. And so we can make this a 5-week activity. Imagine that. Imagine if, for those of you that are listening for the first time and some for the second, imagine if you did this for 5 weeks and you ended up amassing a net amount of $30,000 plus dollars. Let's say that's too much. Let's just say it was half of that, $15,000. Let's just say over the next 5 weeks, it was $3,000, 10% of really what we could do. Would it help? I'm sure it would help because people say an extra $500 would stop 75% of the bankruptcies and the divorces in this country. So some of you are more ambitious than others, okay? So the key is you choose the pace at which you want to work. Now, we want to help you move at a steady pace with the group. So we like to help people build the organization by presenting this information and helping them find people. All right. We even help some people with people because we have extra people. But the key is to move in unison and work as a team. And so how do you gift? Well, you can gift a number of ways. You can do PayPal. We got another company called Square, Circle. Some people, I received a cash gift a couple days ago in my P.O. box. All right. So that's how the individual preferred to send it to me. All right. And let me tell you this, in wrapping this up, we have a gifting call. So if this is making sense to you and you say, $30 low risk, $30,000 high return. All right. And you should have been introduced to this activity by somebody that you already know. So it's not like you responded to a Craigslist article and you don't know what's going to happen. That's the power behind what we can do. What this is called, ladies and gentlemen, is cooperative economics. And this is what ethnic groups come to this country to do. Instead of getting in debt to get home, they have a cooperative economic circle and they amass the money and they pay for it so they don't have any debt. And this is why a lot of ethnic groups become very economically advanced, the economics of that community, because they're using that approach versus the debt approach. All right. So this is powerful. What I want to do real quick, I want to bring on someone real quick that's going to be doing our gifting call tomorrow. So you literally could sign up for this activity tonight, make your gift, and receive your first round of gifts tomorrow. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for this individual. I hope this information made sense. I'm going to bring to the forefront of the call none other than Ma'at Imakaru out of Durham, North Carolina. Ma'at, are you with us? Uh-oh. I think I had him. There you go. We had you muted, Ma'at. Go ahead.
Yes. Greetings, everyone. So what we decided to do with this program, because we realized after being in similar programs, what happens is, the way it was, the way we explained it, you have 9 people who are going to gift you. Now, it works best if those 9 people gift you at the same time or around the same time. But generally, that doesn't happen. You might have 4 of them that do it, within 1 to 3 days, and then, somebody else said that they're going to do it on Friday or whatever. And so what starts to happen is you lose track, or you spend the money, you pay your cell phone bill, you do this or whatever. And so when you accumulate 270, you're like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to spend 100. So what happens is that stops the line. So what we want to do is streamline this process. And so what we created was the gifting call, so that everything moves at once. So the way the call works is when you get on the call with your 3 people, we're going to announce, okay, everyone who needs to gift $30 to their mentor, go ahead and do it now. You will already have that person's PayPal or Square Cash email address or username, and you will send your $30 right then and there. Okay? And then there will be a verification process. The people who receive the mentors would look in their PayPal account or their Square account, and they'll say, okay, cool, I received, and then we move on to the next wave. And so then that's $100. okay? And so everyone would send their $100 at the same time. And then we're going to move on up. Everyone send their $300. Next wave, everyone sends 1,000, and then next wave, everyone sends 3,000, all at one time. So now, if everyone is dedicated to this, if you're dedicated to bring at least 3, and you make sure that those 3 get their 3, you're going to leave the call with $170 because you're going to be gifted $270, and then you're going to send your $100 on. And so what happens is the people that come in behind you, they're going to see this and say, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There are people who are leaving this call with, $1,700, or there's people leaving this call with $6,000. And of course, we want to get to the point where there's people leaving the call with $27,000. And we can do it. We just all have to focus on getting the people that we know are going to get the 3 people. This is not a hard process at all. This is not, there's no sales, there's no nothing. This is just us gifting each other under the IRS code. It's totally legal. All we have to do is join together and make sure that we can move these lines swiftly. And we are dedicated to doing this even after you get past your fiscal, you get your 27,000. You're going to want to remember, we can do this 3 times in a year. So you want to keep your team moving. You want to make sure everyone gets inspired so that they can continue to do this. So, so we just created a way so that the lines move faster. It's a more efficient process, and we do it all at one time. So we look forward to seeing you or hearing you tomorrow on our gifting call. And just be dedicated. Make sure you bring your 3 people, and make sure they can get 3 people. All right.
All right.
That's it for me.
Well, Ma'at, I have a tremendous amount of respect for you. You are literally a mastermind and a master teacher when it comes to this activity. And so you're the one that got me fired up about it. I said, wait a minute, I could receive 2,700 in one call. Hey, I need to see what I can do here. So I'm very excited about this activity, and I'm very excited about each and every one of you. But now it's time, to make this a decision. Now, this isn't something that, you need to, spend a lot of time contemplating or, getting stressed about it. It feels good and you want to do it. Get with the person that invited you so they can get you the documents so you can track your organization and you can get it going sooner than later. I mean, think about this. How long does it take the average person to generate $30,000? Most people, it takes at least a half of a year. And some people, it takes a whole year. And we're talking about as a team working together and generating that in 5 weeks from when the date that people start. So we were creating a system where this can happen. And I'm telling you, we can really clear up some things in a short period of time from this type of activity. So get back with the person that invited you, text them, email them, however you communicate with them, let them know whether you're in or out. All right. And if you don't want to do it, don't let anybody convince you to do it, because we're not looking for everybody. We don't want to force feed anybody. But if you really see the vision of what can take place in a short period of time, let's lock arms and let's work towards this vision for you and your family, as well as for me and my family and everybody else's family. And let's have a story to talk about moving into 2017 with a different kind of mentality. We can do it as a team. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. And let's get together for tomorrow. Now, that gifting call will be at the same conference line tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. All right. So if you want to do this, get your 3 people identified, and the person that's your mentor can work with you. We can potentially do a 3-way call or a smaller call of this type that can help get them familiarized with this process so that they can get amped up about tomorrow's gifting call as well. All right. So with that being said, this is going to conclude our session. Thank you for joining in, and we look forward to hearing and seeing you on tomorrow night's call. Good night, and God bless you all. Thanks for joining in.